Now then, people, good afternoon and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all looking forward to the weekend. Obviously, unfortunately, there is no football this weekend, which is absolutely wounding. Unless, of course, you're a lower league fan, at which point, fill your boots. And we do have the internationals as well. But yeah, it's all about Leeds United. It's all about the Premier League and all that jazz. I should be joined, potentially, by Lockie, Andrea, or one of either. Both very busy. But what I wanted to do, because we know Joe does his daily news. Other people do content. I find it hard when there's nothing for us to talk about. So there's been a few topics this week, but in the lead up to this, any news stories that I thought, do you know what? I'm probably not going to speak on that overall, but we'll save that and we'll just touch on a few things throughout this video. Have a talk about Leeds United, the transfer window, Pirro's comments, Farke's comments, just everything really. Leicester City, this notion that Willie Gnonto's injured, I've had it from very reliable source in Andrea Russo that's just cap. Nothing's happened. He'll hopefully be joining us a little bit later on to give us some more meat on the bones when it comes to that. But before we do, let's big up to everyone in the chat who's come to watch at this lunchtime. MW says, big shout out to the delivery man in Newbridge, Kildare. There you go. I wonder if he watches and said, oh, yeah, boom, I watch it as well. Oh, right, okay, I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, maybe MW. Any news on Gnonto? Gnonto's fine, man. Gnonto's fine. Here I am, Lord. Sent me. Locker's just eating, then he's going to jump on. No worries, brother. I've just had a sausage, egg, tomato, butter. I do like chopped tomatoes inside my sausage and egg butter. It was very, very nice after quite a long dog walk with the dog. Feeling a little bit better today. Yeah, what's happened to Gnonto? Nothing as far as I know. Afternoon, folks. Bring back the soundboard. We do not have the capacity. I still haven't. It's in there. I probably should get it out and just plug it in and see if it works, but it did stop working. Oi, seven, oi. Good evening, Joe, and you all. Big up to you, Matt H. As morning, peeps. Gordon says, good morning, afternoon, Joe. I hope all is well with you. All is well with me. Chris says, nice to catch a live, Joe. Enjoyed the white. Yeah, it's a fun show. I enjoy it as well. I think it needs more viewers than it gets, to be honest, but it's a great show. There's just some Leeds fans that are that tribal that you shouldn't even be communicating with these people. Yet when you're walking around the streets every day, you probably pass them. You don't fight them, do you? You don't want to go, oh, do you support what? Come on then. So, yeah, I just think there's some people that see that and they're like, what are you talking to him? Like a lot of people like the crack me and Locks have together, but some people get angry and I'm like, why are you angry? Relax, don't do it when you want to go through it. Clickbait, there's no breaking news. Thank you, mate. Also, what does the title say? Leeds United Friday, breaking news and updates. It's not clickbait. I'm telling you. I'm breaking the news and updates. But no worries, Woody. Thank you for being here. Joe, will you be doing a watch along for the England matches? I thought I was, but I don't think I can on Saturday now. I don't think I can on Saturday. But you'll see when it gets if it gets uploaded. Still laughing thinking of the Pirro thumbnail yesterday. Big up to Danny Mountain, who from not another Leeds pod, who I asked. I said, mate, can you do me this? And he created it, and it was phenomenal. I hate them. Honestly, how have Leicester got away with it? I know we'll touch on that. I mean, there's some people that still think they're getting points deductions and stuff, but it's a bit mad. Watching from the bed in Sunnereef, it's all right for you, Chris. Keep on keeping on, Joe. Thank you. Good eye from Oz. Good eye. Bricks on the coast. Good eye. Jason Robinson, afternoon, mate. But spoken like a true Yorkshireman, yeah. Shout out to the Hunslet Club in Leeds. Big up Hunslet with a silent H. Now then, Joe, be a game looking good. Vober making it out. Yeah, we're going to get into that as well because I call cap on it. What else is he going to say? The window's shut. What should I get for lunch? Greg's or Subway? Greg's, get katsu chicken curry pasta, followed by a nice donut of some sort, probably a custard donut, maybe a chocolate eclair, and a nice coffee. It'll probably be cheaper than Subway as well. Subway is okay, but I think it's overrated. I think it's overrated, if I'm honest. The cookies are nice, but I actually think it's overrated. Afternoon, Jay. Afternoon, Marcus. If Leicester relegated, will they then get... Yeah, I would imagine so, but who knows? Because the loophole, they might find a loophole. People are here for you, Joe, not for other clubs fans. There you go. Afternoon, Joe and chat. Big up, Carol. Missed the streams yesterday. I was out at work on a training day. Feels good to be back catching alive. Yeah, I wish we, you know, there was more for us to talk about. But we will. Any chance to listen to Hal I'm going to take? So I always listen to White Rose Rivals. Yeah, he's brilliant, isn't he? Nothing's happened to Nantes. Still fuming about Leicester. Had it been us, I wonder if we'd. No, we definitely wouldn't have. Big up Sean. He says, afternoon, Joe. I'll be honest, it was the first time I watched the White Rose Rivals and was really good. Thank you very much for your honesty, bro. And, you know, boom, get in. All right, brother, off to Beckford and Becchio event tonight. Ryan, do me a solid. If you meet them in person, get them on a voice recording saying, like, welcome to the Just Show football show. Or now then, people. Or you've been watching Just Joe football show. Just something like that that I can take and use. Someone's made me a jingle, to be fair. It's brilliant. Rocco Dean's dad, David Dean, who's on the... he does the jingle for Bass and Bly on Leeds That. So I've kept it in the bank. So I'm going to try come up with some sort of outro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So wait there. Yeah, it's quite good actually because it's got Andrea and Lockie in it and stuff. Like, I wonder if I can play it for you. I don't know if I'll be able to. Let's have a look. 1 second, let me just find my message from Rocco. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. 1 sec. Rocco. Anybody else? It wasn't that long ago. Turned out it was. Where is he? Hang on. There we go. Can you? Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to because it's the. I would like to leave this city. I don't think I'll be able to, will I? Because of the guitar riff. I don't know. It's brilliant. I love it, you know. Where's a bit? Yeah. Whatever we say, we will talk Leeds United all the way. Smash the light today. Can you hear it? Smash the light today. Hang on, let me see this Andre a bit. Championship. No. Can you hear it? Yeah. Wait there. Wait. So stick around. We have Lucky and Russo and Jill coming round. Rocco can't come because he's writing another book. I love it. So here we go. This is the Just Joe football show. It's brilliant. Like and get your comments in. Love it, man. What is it, Andre? What Lockie? I can't remember. I really like that line though. Wait there, 1 sec. Whatever we say, we will talk Leeds Joe football. So here we go. This is the Just. I can't find it now, but I enjoyed it. Need that on my Spotify. Yeah. I need to get it on. I'll have to mess around with it. But I want to put it on an outro. Do you know what I mean? And ideally have some like pictures, not pictures, but you know, images from the show, like with Andrea and everybody and stuff. So I think it's good. Morning from the States, keeping me company during a workout. Big up to you, mate. Don't lift them 10s too high. Subway's Flames, not for me, boss. That's not for me. Cheers, pal. Back off to work, then I'll pay rent and stream. Yeah, big up to you, Ryan. Try your best. Yeah, they were very good crack. Big up to Marcel. He says, big up Joe, top quality content. As always, I enjoy these streams every morning coming from a Liverpool fan legend. Big up to you. Big up to Liverpool as well. We're smashing Manchester United. It was my most favourite thing. Here is Lockie. I wonder if he heard his little cameo there, actually. I don't know. I can't play it now, sort of thing, but here he is. Hey up, mate. Did you hear it?
I did, yeah.
It was class. So that's Rocco's dad. He did the Bielsa song. Do you remember the Bielsa song?
Which one? There are a few.
I'm gonna find it. So 1 sec. He did the Bielsa
I don't like
song.
listening to my own voice. I can't watch my own videos.
Really?
Me, I hate it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, see. I have to
Horrible.
get that average view gyration up, so I just leave it playing in background.
Yeah, my girlfriend does that for me. She, I check every time. Have you got me on?
Of course, man. Yeah.
Oh.
Of course, man. Even it all helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It all helps. How have you been, mate? I haven't spoken to you this week.
Yeah, all right. Just been not really done much this week. Just preparing videos for this terrible time.
Shit, innit? So shit.
It's horrible.
I hate it. Like, genuinely,
I'll literally just go. I've got an idea. I'll talk about someone for 9 minutes. And that's it.
Exactly.
You got to keep.
Like the worst thing was, like, I put one up the other day about the redemption arc. The one the day before had done pretty well. We are better.
Yeah,
I was like, oh god, this is a good sign. Let me put that one out, and it went 10 of 10.
10 out of 10,
and it took about 2.5 hours to get over a K. I was like, what's going on? Please watch it.
Well, let's see if my last one got over a K.
It's mad.
If it did, I'll be happy. To be fair, that's progress in my eyes.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's. Oh, fucking hell.
Done well?
Oh, wow. Yeah,
it's
done
right.
well.
Yeah, it's done well. It's done well.
For me, that's not
big up to Grifter. I'm honoured to be top of the Just Joe Fantasy League. You made my day when you gave me a shout out back when I was only second. Love you, mate. Big up to you, bro. You will not be there for much longer because I'm coming, all right? But yeah, fair play.
What's funny though, Joe, about that guy?
Steve. Go on.
He might, like, you're doing spreadsheets and stuff. What if he's just chilling? He's not doing any spreadsheets. He's just chilling out every week.
I enjoy that though. It proper gets me. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm part of the Sun Dream Team one. I know, folks. I'm part of the Sun Dream Team one. Not great, but the only reason I'm part of that because it's the only one my brother and his mates play. We're in the 40s. The fantasy's too much for them. It's 20 quid ahead. I'm second there. I'm doing well in fantasy, so I'm like, boom, let me go. So like, the mad thing is though, he is the big kicker, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. So the next 3 fixtures for City is Brentford at home, but then they play Arsenal and Newcastle. And what my plan was, I've been banking 3 transfers, so I'm going to take Haaland out ahead of Brentford at home. But I'm bringing in, because he's so expensive, 15. I'll then have Watkins, who's not started great, but Villa have some great fixtures. Jackson. And then I'll have in midfield Salah, Palmer, Jota. Nice. So I feel that there will have enough to, unless he gets another hat trick, then I'm fucked. Which he could well do at home against Brentford. Let's be honest.
How many goals has he got already?
Yeah, mad, innit? Yeah, mad. It
is
crazy.
Born in Leeds as well. What a guy.
Yeah, no. If only we'd. Well, it's not just us. Manchester United could have bloody bought him as well if they'd have listened to Solskjaer, and we could have bought him. Sometimes you have to take that risk, right?
To be fair, there's clips of him when he was like 15, 16, and he's not great.
Doesn't look great, yeah.
No, yeah.
Sometimes his touch is poor and that, though, isn't it? That's not his game, really. He's just an absolute robot, like, bang.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. When he gets, like, I would hate to try getting his way when he's got top speed. You know, when he's gone bang, bang, about 3 strides, and then he's at top speed, I'd be like, I'm not trying to tackle that. No way. No, I remember him in last season, bro. Well. Which centre back was it for Bournemouth that he just put on his ass in about the 3rd game, and it were like, fucking hell.
I
can't remember. It was mad.
Yeah, like in the summer holidays where he just goes back to Norway and chops trees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, eating raw fish and shit. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Everyone's been saying like, this summer, while everyone was at the Euros, he was out chopping wood with his dad in Norway. Do you know what I mean? It's like proper Ivan Drago from Rocky stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Mad.
Do you reckon, right? I was talking about this with my dad. One day, maybe 35 years old, will he be at Leeds? just for a season, maybe.
Maybe, bro.
I think if we are ambitious and we do keep progressing slowly up the league, maybe in 10 years when he's finished, he's done all his top stuff and he's still decent though. Do you know what I mean? Still
he
decent,
wants a
but
stint
not.
at Leeds.
Yeah, just one season. I can see it.
Maybe. I always wanted
work out.
I always wanted Milner to come back, but I feel that
Same,
ship sailed. I think it's sailed. I've wanted it every year. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I mean, he's still doing it at Brighton. You never know.
Yeah, he plays.
I know he starts, man.
Doesn't he? Yeah. Look, if we go up, having the guy like that at our club, just out of the club, for first season back in Prem, he's won everything, man. That'd be a great signing early on. 100%. I think that'd be class.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, it will be.
You can't chat to him. He's won everything, hasn't he? He's done
exactly.
Won everything.
He's played for. What has he played for? He's played for Villa, Liverpool, City, Leeds, now Brighton, Newcastle as well. Yeah, bloody hell, yeah, he was at Newcastle. So that's 6. Yeah. He's played for everybody, man, and won a lot.
Everything, I love Milner, me. Since I was a young lad. This little spotty teenager coming on, I was like, oh, who's that? Yeah, cool guy.
Always enjoyed him as a footballer. He's always been honest. He just puts hard work in. You know what I mean? He's one of them that sets the standards in training and that. You just know, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boring James Milner. Do you remember that Twitter account?
Brilliant.
It's fucking class, man. It was.
He's probably just a chill guy.
Yeah. I've just seen an article there from the Telegraph that says growing player support for Lee Carsley to be permanent England manager. This will happen, If he gets some good results, they will give him the job. Well, how do you feel about that, bro? Because I don't mind it, because I know we'd all love Pep and all that sort of stuff, but I don't mind it. That's how Gareth got the job. De Fuentes or whatever, him who won it for Spain. That's how he got the job.
It's look, a Spain manager did it, didn't he? He came from the 21s. None really knew who he was. I like Carsley. 21s are fun to watch.
Yeah,
they are, and he knows a lot of these guys from that.
Exactly.
I know Southgate did, but 21s under Carsley are exciting. They do play good football. A lot of it can be kind of, like that possession based, slow at times, but when they click, it's really good to watch. And if the players love him, at the end of the day, you go on international duty, you want to have a good time as well, don't you?
Yeah, 100%.
The players enjoy the manager.
I think it's quite funny though, like growing player support for Cars. Well, I'm not surprised because they've all been picked in his first England squad. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if you went to people who haven't been picked, if they were like, I'm so happy he's got it. Do you know what I mean? Like Morgan Gibbs-White's gone, for example. He's never had a call-up, has he? So he's not going to be like, nice shit. I
didn't know that.
No, I don't think he has, bro. I think it's his first call-up.
Damn.
I think
he used him a lot in the 21s, didn't he? I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Know him a lot.
Yeah,
I like it, mate.
Same.
Well, obviously, I'd love Pep. Obviously, I think anyone would. But I think the timings, if he does keep it, that'll be. I still think we get him in the future. By the way, I do. I think he'll be England manager one day, Pep. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah.
Whether that's now or in 5.
I think you're living in a pipe dream.
Oh well, we'll see.
I hope you're right. Don't get me wrong, but I just can't see it.
Honestly, mate, all the evidence of him mentioning it in press conference, Fernandinho saying he wants to manage England, it's.
Has he said that? Has he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fernandinho said that. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Said in an interview.
I never forgive Fernandinho when he absolutely poleaxed Rafinha. Do you remember? And he was out for a few weeks. Yeah.
You did on the same as well, Joe. And you don't like Rafinha.
Yeah, definitely. Like yeah, definitely. I wouldn't have got near him though, mate. That's the problem. Wouldn't have got near him. Definitely not. Yeah, great.
He's doing well now at Barca. It's good to see him doing well, isn't it?
Yeah, he is, mate. Yeah.
I love it, man. I was speaking to my dad about it, and he went, because he don't know. He's like, oh, he's doing well. I went, yeah, he's doing really well this season. He's like, oh, brilliant.
They scored a hat trick the other day when they won 7-0, was it? Yeah. Good.
You were at our club 2 years ago.
Mental, mate. Mental. And the same narrative got pushed about him that he didn't care and that. Yeah, at Brentford when he was on his knees, crawling on his knees, praying because the night before he prayed to his fucking God to make it happen, and people said he didn't care. He
did everything in his power to keep us
100%.
He knew we were leaving at the end of the season.
Yeah,
and he still,
and he could have turned it in, bro. He could have turned it in,
and didn't, did he?
Definitely,
class. I love Rafinha, man.
Yeah, same, bro. Let's talk about some internationals because obviously Leeds United have a massive contingent of of players that have gone. I think 12 in total have gone. Max Vorber, Ilya Gruyev, Firpo's gone, Solomon, Tanaka. The list goes on, mate. How do you feel about just the international break in general at this stage in a season, 4 games in, and Leeds United building up some momentum? We were discussing it in our group chat, like saying how Burnley probably don't have nowhere near as many as us. So
4,
they've got,
I think they've got.
yeah, 4. Is that all it was? 4.
I think so.
And we've got 12 according to the YEP that are out, including the youth lads as well. Like Nonto's gone, and I think Joseph's gone, which I understand for their careers, but it's a fucking joke, isn't it? Especially when you consider the transfer window shuts in the middle of the season when really it should shut before. So you've only got 1 game after your transfer window shuts, and then they're all away. So like coming back, it's like they might as well be brand new players again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. I don't like it at this point in the season. I think it's stupid. I think it's. I do. I think it's ridiculous.
And then we've got one in. We've got one in September.
Yeah.
Sorry, October and November.
Yeah.
And then we don't get any till March. It's stupid, isn't it?
Obviously, you need to play them, obviously, don't you?
Yeah.
But, like, there's friendlies as well. Do friendlies need playing? I don't think so. If it's and the Nations League, what is that? Qualifiers for World Cup and Euros, I fully understand. Obviously, they need to get played.
Yeah.
But these Nation League stuff, is it needed? Not for me. Like, even if it's like competition where maybe the top nations are not in it, because the Nation League winners are still going to be the top nations that win it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So what's
Did you see San Marino won yesterday?
Oh, class that. Good celebration. that must be cool. That must be a good feeling for them. Though.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
2004 was it the last time they won?
Against long time. Yeah. Them two must just like when that game comes around, they're like, right, this is it. This is the big one.
This
Marino versus Liechtenstein. Let's have it. We can dine out on this for 12 years.
And they will. Good on them as well. Them players that were part of that. That must be class. But I don't like it. We have 12. I think there's some youth lads as well that are going as well. I think it's around 15 all in all from the youth ranks. But that don't matter.
Oh yeah, because you'll have Charlie Crew in that as well, won't you? Charlie Crew's been called up.
Yeah. But it looks, it's the game. It is frustrating because I'm looking at obviously Burnley's squad. I think it's very similar to ours, and the fact that they probably have half or less going international duty. I could be wrong, so I might have to check that. But I think it's right. Yeah, it is annoying because a lot of their good players they're like French, Belgian, English, so they're not getting up to them top nations. Whereas ours are Japanese, Bulgarian, Welsh, so they're all going, which is annoying. And Daniel Farke must be annoyed at that. But look, it is what it is. It happens every year. We've got to just deal with it, unfortunately. And
exactly.
We'll be all right.
And listen, we've been told by Andrea, there's nothing wrong with Nonto, right? He didn't get subbed with an injury.
So.
There's nothing wrong with him. This is according to Italian press. I think he got criticised because they were on the phones on the bench or something. But outside of that, I don't think he has got an injury, folks. Do not believe everything you read on, because what happens, social media, it spreads like wildfire, if someone sees something and then they take that as fact and it's like, oh, boom, just having a look at this out. Hang on, there's an article here. Hang on, coming up in the first half, what did he say? International had 4 players booked on the night. In the first half, they lost both of them. Yeah, there was no injury there, folks.
If he was injured, it'd have come back already, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'd have flown back.
Yeah.
He's still there, it's fine. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Leeds would have told him, it's a 21s fixture at the end of the day. We need him. If he's any risk, not play him.
Yeah, no, exactly. Moving on slightly, mate. Leicester City. Leicester City this week got off with a points deduction.
Yeah.
I know it's not Leeds United news, but obviously we were going to talk about it. I've spoken about it with Locks. They're buzzing. They're saying it's for the greater good of football and all that sort of stuff. How do you feel about it, mate? I mean, I'm not even angry at Leicester. I'm more angry at the Premier League because I'm like, how have you... They've been mugged off, mate, they've absolutely been mugged off, haven't they?
Yeah. I don't think there's any greater good in football these days. I think it's just all rubbish.
No, definitely isn't.
Any rule, any change, anything, we know who benefits from it.
Yeah.
Nothing
Even like
changes.
the referee changes and all that. It's all bullshit, innit? It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I really want to read Mickey P. Kerr's books. I've seen a couple of the videos and
I
stuff.
saw it on the pod. That was interesting. I
Yeah,
can't
I've
read,
not
so
watched that
that'd blow my
pod yet.
mind. But
Yeah,
can
you not get an audio book, bro?
If it were, I'd
Get an
listen to
audio book.
definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like,
I don't know if you're aware. There's you can get an app, and then all you need to do is get a library card, and then you can rent audio books from the library straight to your phone without actually going into the library. I've got that. Yeah, I'll give you the app, because all you need to do is go to your local library, say, "Can I have a library card?" That's it. Then you log in on the app, and then you just rent audiobooks from there. And then you don't even have, like normally you'd get a fine. You haven't returned it. It just goes straight back from your phone after your days have run out. So I'll share it with you after. Bob Spangle Gaming, that who watches this show. Big up, Martin. Go on, mate. Sorry.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. It's all messed up, innit?
Yeah,
it's all messed up. I don't say any rule that comes in tries to benefit us, or well, not us, but lower teams doesn't, because leaving the 5 subs, it makes it more competitive. You make more subs, they can just bring in better players, more world-class players off the bench. All these competitions, they're scrapping replays and all that stuff. Like, how's that?
And that's the frustrating thing, right? Because the season finished, Lockie, and then Newcastle and all these clubs jetted off to Asia. Like a few days after the season's finished, and then they're telling us, "Oh, FA Cup third round." Well, don't let them go have a holiday. Why are you in Japan, or why are you in America? And I get these fans have to see. I'm not having a go at them fans. Just my point is, just tell us what it is. You're going so that you get more exposure in America or the States and get more money. Don't say to us during the season they're overplayed, and then continue to play them in the off season because it benefits you and your money. You know what I mean? That's the point, innit? We're not thick.
I do have do you know the whole rules though about you can't get into the top 6 because of you need more revenue. So and look, I'm not a financial expert, but do we not have one of the best?
Like revenue streams. Yeah.
So would that actually benefit us if we were up there?
It would. Yeah. I did a video on it quite a while ago now. I think last season when they first mentioned it. Yeah, you're allowed to spend a certain percentage of your revenue. So we'd be all right. Yeah.
And ours when we were in the Prem was very good, wasn't it? For like shirts.
Yeah, revenue streams are a joke anyway, and there's the potential for them to be even bigger. Like in my opinion,
that's it, and that's why I think for us, I don't think it'd be terrible because we do have that high potential revenue. But at the end of the day, it's I just don't understand how the top teams, and I don't get it personally because I just don't get it. I'm not that smart. But how the top teams like Chelsea, how are they allowed to spend all that?
Yeah,
I know that he's selling off assets at his club, like his hotel, his own stuff, the women's team and all that. What?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
How I don't.
Are you allowed? Yeah, so brazen, like in front of you. It's like you're robbing me in front of my eyes, and there's nothing I can do about it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna sell my own asset. There we go. I've got money. What? Yeah. I don't understand any of it, mate. This is why I don't. I just do football, mate. I just watch the game and talk about players and stuff because it just all blows my mind.
Yeah, I wish you didn't have to have not a working knowledge, but even just like a small knowledge of finances and stuff like that. Like it's like, why can't we just talk about football? But you bang on the money, man.
It's like it's like the whole Leicester stuff. Like if they cheated, it should be simple as they cheated, point deduction. Why is lawyers and stuff? It should be just this is a rule. But people find loopholes.
Locks told me last night he's getting there's only one Nick DeMarco tattooed on him. So yeah.
It's not.
This is it's not, but can you imagine him a Nick DeMarco face like out on the back of his back?
All that stuff's too much for me, all lawyers and
I know, mate. Shit in it. Shit.
Let's just go spend 50 million.
Yeah, no, well this is the thing, the frustrating thing. We didn't need to sell Archie Gray.
Yeah,
we didn't.
Not, no.
No, we had to, but really they couldn't have done us for it if we. Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
Gone up anyway,
you've reached and we'd have gone. Well, we weren't in your division, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I still think the 49ers would have sold him, mind the way.
Yeah, probably.
Just because they like the monies. They like the monies.
It's all a bit wild, isn't it?
What did you make to Farker's post-match comments? I about, you know, they didn't get me a 10 and all this sort of stuff. It was first time he really bit back.
Yeah. Well, one thing, I listened to some podcasts about like recruitment teams and coaches and stuff, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was like last week. And he said coaches and recruitment teams never get on because the coach wants this perfect player that doesn't exist. And if they do, they cost hundreds of millions. And recruitment teams are going, well, they don't exist. And if they do exist, they're going to cost you this much. And the coach is going, no, they do exist somewhere else. You know, so there's always tension between recruitment teams and coaches. So I guess it's that he wanted a player or a profile. He was like, look, we're going to have to pay this much. The player's not even keen on joining.
Yeah.
The quality won't be as high as you think if we did get one in. And Farke's going, that's not good enough. Find one.
Yeah.
And they're going, but there isn't one. So it's kind of that. And I think Farke's just getting his weight off his chest. He probably annoyed by it.
Yeah, I think so.
There's more than one perspective, isn't there?
Yeah, 100%. Matt says that 10 is coming in January. I wouldn't guarantee it because if Leeds United are front and centre and Aronson's got 10 goals and, you know, 6 or 7 assists or more, then we're fine, aren't we?
Theoretically, they could have gone, look, we like the squad. We think it's good enough.
Yeah.
Theoretically, and we probably won't do this because we never spend in January, but they could go, we do have the money there if in January there's injuries or someone's not making the form we need to get that potentially. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
We probably
because there's a lot in that forward line, isn't there, Lockie? That's why I was relaxed about it. Like, by the end of the window, yes, I'd have liked a 10, but I looked at it and thought there's more than enough. There's more than enough.
Ridiculous firepower in it. It might look a bit crazy and messy at times without that guy in there, but yeah, when you've got Nonto, Ramazani, Solomon, who am I missing? Aronson, Dan James when he's back from injury.
Yeah, and he even using Pirro like he did off the bench, and he's finding the back of the net. Crazy,
and that's what we need to remember about when we always say
scorer.
He's a good scorer. He scores goals. And I know you said it, Joe. I was not worried like you when he's in that position.
If it was any other player, bro, I'd have been unsure with him. I just went,
definitely. But Pirro, I was like, he's probably got this, and he did. Yeah. Just wait for the keeper to move.
I'm glad it missed Ramazani, to be honest, because you never know. Like, do you know what I mean? At least with Pirro, yeah.
And that's where he's good. And we used him right. And fair play to Farke. I thought the subs were excellent. They controlled the game when they came on. They did the thing.
I was chatting on it yesterday, Lockie. I was chatting on a video late last night, and just quite surprised at how some were still finding holes within it. I think, you know, the back end of the month's been really good for Leeds United, bar maybe getting a 10, but it's not enough for me to get frustrated at, really, because like we continue saying, we've got enough, and the metrics are up on this August last year, you know, and we look fine, don't we? I mean, we've won, we've got 3 clean sheets on the spin and won 2 games at difficult places, like difficult teams, you know.
And that's it. When you get a clean sheet, you need 1 goal to win a game. You don't need to make 3,000 chances. You need to make more than the opposition and score more than the opposition. And at the end of the day, we can talk about stats and analysis. And I've been told this. I've been humbled by this. It's called paralysis by analysis. You're doing too much. At the end of the day, look, we won 2-0. They created nothing. Yeah. We created enough to score 2 goals. What matters? You know, so and that's
a great word, paralysis by analysis. Let's not overdo it. Yeah. We've won a game of football. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's what Farke was saying. He's like, look, at the end of the day, there's stuff to work on, but they've created next.
Do you know what? It's just reminded me. I know I always bring these guys up, but I love it. But have you heard the latest episode of Overlap?
No,
they're in Barcelona. They're talking about Manchester United, Liverpool, and then they're talking about keepers having this insistence of playing out from the back. And Roy Keane says, I was on pre-season tour with Salford in America watching them, and they were playing MK Dons, and MK Dons were losing. But this keeper at the back just kept having about 17 touches and was passing it around at the back. And he said, I wanted to go and see him after the game and say, you're losing the fucking game. Like, what are you doing? And I sometimes think there is that to it as well. Like, I know that's not paralysis by analysis, but sometimes your fundamentals, you have to go out of the window, because for me, if you're losing, get it up the fucking pitch. And I think this is where sometimes managers fall down in the Premier League, by being so wedded to their way and not having any, because listen, I've not watched Southampton yet, but all I hear on all the podcasts that I listen to is, yes, they have loads of the ball, but they are so bad. And if Russell Martin, and he won't change because his ego won't allow him to. So sometimes you've got to have, I mean, I guess with Bielsa, he never changed, but
Hey,
Bielsa,
they also played
it
long
got
ball. If they had
yeah,
to.
yeah, true. That's fair. That's fair. And he did
We
get
did
results, so
played-
it didn't really matter, did it? Do you know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
remember that what we used to do all the time. Was it Ben White or Calvin Phillips on that right side, deep, straight ball out to the wing
Yeah,
every time
yeah,
Jack Harrison's touch. I remember it.
yeah.
We used to do it a lot. Yeah, you know, if we needed to go long, we did, and that's what it worked in the Championship. It worked really well. Even with Rafinha, remember when Rafinha used to pop up on the left every now and again?
Yeah.
Like, why is he on the left? And then be a long ball from Phillips to Raf, 1v1 on that wing, cross it in, usually goal. Like,
Yeah.
and that's I've worked with coach at uni. These, you know, Dan and James. Shout out to those guys. Won't be watching, but if they were legends, man. But I worked with them, and Dan was the main coach at uni, and he was adapt to what you've got. That's what he was about. You've got to adapt to what you've got. Look at what
Yeah.
you've got. How can we adapt? Whereas James was, if we scored a goal, but it wasn't the goal he wanted, he'd be fuming.
Right.
So, but they were both very good in their own
This is
right.
like
Go
on.
Yeah. Like you can say, like Pep, you know, he had the idea of how we wanted to see, and it's not
Thierry
perfect.
Henry, you know. Thierry Henry speaks about going out to the right-hand side, scores a goal, absolutely buzzing. Pep says to him, you leave that space again, I'm going to sub you off. And he'd scored a goal because he'd moved from the left. Exactly. And this is why, like, you see Grealish playing the way he plays, because he knows I've got to keep recycling possession. No point trying to beat this man and losing it because Pep will be fuming with me. Do you know what I mean? It's that. Yeah, you bang on, aren't you?
But it was good though, because it was kind of a balance between them, because they just kind of, it was a bit of both. It was fine. At the end of the game, Dad would be going, "It's fine. We won. We won. And James was going, "Yeah, but we conceded one and it was terrible and we didn't play really well." It's like, "Yeah, but we won. It's fine. Relax." So that's where I've kind of got my calmness from, because I was a bit like that. But at the end of the day, when you look at it, you've won the game. You've done well.
Of course.
Is it exciting? No. Does it have to be in football? No, it doesn't. You can win a game boring. You win a game, you get 3 points. So, yeah, it's fine, mate. There's no right way either, and there's no wrong way. It's about make sure the players believe in what you're doing. 100%.
You've got to die for 3 points, haven't you? You've got to die for 3 points.
You do. You've got to die for 3 points. Yeah.
But,
yeah. It's a joy of this game. There's not a right way to do it. You can win anywhere.
This is true. This is true. Leeds United and Cardiff City are planning a joint Sol Bamba tribute after the international break, which will be really nice. I believe that's down at the Cardiff City Stadium, but that'll be really nice. Obviously, captain both sides as well, so that's going to be really good to see when that game comes around. I think it's after Burnley. What did you make to Newcastle and Red Bull? You know, with the drink sponsor and stuff. When I first seen it, I was like, "Oh, hang on a minute. What are you doing? This is our thing." Do you know what I mean? I was a little bit like a jilted ex. What are you doing? But it turns out it is just to be their drinks partner, right? But it also does. What this does make me feel good about this previous director or previous guy. I think he's either stood down, he might have passed away. But his thing was the only way we invest is if we take over the club. This new guy now was very much like, no, we don't. And it tells me that they just want to get more into football without taking over clubs, in my opinion. So the fact that they're willing to be a drink sponsor for Newcastle, maybe they are just happy being the shirt sponsor for a period of time. I know they bought a chunk of Leeds, but that doesn't necessarily mean long term that they'll be, because I don't know if Red Bull have been the drinks partners of any clubs before. Other than their own. I think I remember saying that guy said the only way we get involved as a club is if we own them, and that was Salzburg, Leipzig, etc.
So that's a different guy now, you're saying?
Yeah, it changed.
Oh,
there's a new guy at the top of it. Yeah, there's a new guy at the top of it. Yeah, because he did an interview on the back of things. So I wonder if that sort of does further prove they are changing tack slightly, and because I've not remembered a Red Bull drink sponsor before in the league in England, or I think they've only just taken over clubs.
Yeah, not that I can think of. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I think at the end of the we'll see. It's one of them. I have no idea about them. No idea of their intentions. I don't know. I've always said, like, there's a lot of there's obvious worries, obviously, but there's a lot of good they could do for us in that league. And if it was in this perfect world where it was a balance of them coming in and giving us the expertise, that side of it, the money side of it, whatever, excellent. Without the ownership side of it, that's the perfect situation. But this is football. People like money and power. But I don't know. I don't know, mate. Yeah.
Do you think they had a hand in the Ngenji? You did a video on it. I spoke about it on the Monday as well. Do you think they were involved in that somehow?
Potentially. Now, I got a comment. It was a good comment, and he said, "But this was when he was on trial here was before Red Bull was announced. But actually, Red Bull have been around for a year because you think about when the shirts, the pictures for the shirts were being done. That was before the playoff final.
Yeah.
So they were definitely around that time.
Yeah.
But I think they will. This is the thing, and I did a lot of reading about this stuff when I was at uni about the African market, and there's a lot of barriers for the UK, mainly because of visa, work problems, work visa, whatever it's called, work permit, that's the one, and all them stuff, which is why when they go to like these countries in Scandinavia or Belgium,
is it the way for them to get the work permit to then come to the UK?
It's easier, basically. There's rules and stuff, and obviously with Brexit, it makes it 10 times more difficult. So, but if you can find a way through that, and you can, because basically the way it works, like ex-players, like African legends who know agents who work for certain clubs will get access to these players because, for example, an Ajax, there's teams in obviously Belgium as well, lower leagues in Belgium, who get these African players because they have a good working relationship. There's a clear path, and it's basically guaranteed success. Whereas if you're coming to the UK at that young age, because obviously we have unbelievable African players here, but at that young age, it's like the pressure's 10 times higher. Is there a clear path? It's the biggest, most lucrative league in the world. Is there a clear path for these players to develop? Not really. So if they did, which I think they might have, because when was the last African player we were at that age? That we were linked with. It's some, you need contacts for sure. And if we have a contact that has allowed them to trust us with a player like that, then definitely, and that will help, especially in the Premier League. But it's things like that that excite me. I'm like, oh, how far could we take this?
When you look at their players like Mane, Naby Keita, some other big names from the African, market, and I guess with Red Bull there is that pathway, isn't there? Because you can go Salzburg, you can go Leipzig, and then normally they go, from Leipzig. So, there is a pathway there for sure. It's exciting, like you said.
It is. Look, it could just be a lad that we've found and we think is really good.
Yeah,
it might not be anything to do with Red Bull, but it could be because how many players have we scouted from Africa in the last 15, 20 years? Not many at that age.
Exactly. What did you make to Max Vober's comments? Everyone was talking about it. This is what he said verbatim. We have 3 central defenders who are at a very similar level. If we remain successful and nothing happens, I wouldn't change much as a coach. So this is Vober saying this. So if I was in Farke's shoes and we continue to remain successful, then I wouldn't change anything. So I have to stand back and wait for my chance. He did go on to say, I'm at Leeds. This is a perfect fit for me. I never said that I absolutely wanted to leave. I accepted this challenge, but I know that it won't be easy to work my way back to the same position as before. The chance to play in the Premier League again is huge because on paper we have the best team and a broad squad. Our goal is clearly promotion. Do you think that... What do you make to his comments first and foremost? Because I just go, it's a much of a muchness. He's going to say that the transfer window's shut. He's not exactly going to come out and say, I'm not happy being on bench. I wouldn't have minded a transfer because he can't get one. Do you know what I mean?
That's it, innit? He kind of has to. Whether he thinks that or not, we'll find out with his performances when he plays. But he has to, of course he does. The only annoying thing about this for me is Vober, when he makes these statements, he's always out of the country.
Yeah.
When Aronson came back, and as soon as he came back, he said to the English media, he went, look, this is the situation, right? I'm over it. I apologise, whatever.
Yeah, it's not sport to English media, Vober, has it?
That's the annoying thing.
Yeah.
If you're saying this, go to the YP or any other one, even athletic based in this country, and just say it. Just say it there, and fans will see it more and they'll respect it more. Maybe I remember when Aronson did the interview at the club. He literally did an interview with the club. Like, do that. Why wait till you go to Austria to then say it? It's a bit annoying. Look, I said this in my video yesterday, mate. At the end of the day, if he's here and he's accepted, he's staying. It's a good option to have on the bench in it at championship level, and hopefully Strauch stays fit because he's been unbelievable. But if he didn't, which is likely,
it's a great backup.
Get injuries.
Yeah,
it is.
It is
if
amazing backup.
Ready, if he's match ready and fit, because that is a worry. But hopefully, it's because for his career now, it's not going to do him any good by not being ready. Do you know what I mean? He's got to be ready. So,
and he did look sharp in training on one of the videos that I seen. I thought fair enough, and I think there is also an opportunity for Max if he does stick around, if we do get promoted, because the games are thick and fast, etc. You will get an opportunity. He will get an opportunity this season, and he has to take it. Unlike when we played Middlesbrough, for example, they were all shit. So yeah, when the opportunity comes, he has to take it. But his comments, I just go, right, okay, it's fair enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll see.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, if he hasn't played between now and January, and he says, I wouldn't make changes either if I was the coach, I can imagine if he hasn't played by January, he'll want gone, which I can understand because he's an international footballer. Do you know what I mean? And Leeds really need to be looking at targets already for January for issues like that for me. Because
that is where
leave it short.
We're still a little short for me.
Yeah.
We have
Boba,
who left-sided centre-back, good. Strout, left-sided centre-back. Ampadu was a left-sided centre-back when he played for us.
Yeah.
The only right-sided centre-back we have that's played there, if Rodon's injured, is DeBayo.
DeBayo, yeah.
Rodon was to get an injury. Who's he put in there? Would it be Boba?
Yeah,
he's left-footed.
Yeah,
I know Daniel Farker. I'm not too bothered about it, but Daniel Farker likes to have, left-sided footer on the left side and right side on the right side. Bar Ampadu, obviously, who played on the other side, but it is a little short. So we need him. To be fair, we need him here. We need him ready.
Yeah.
If we do, we need him.
We definitely do. And look, for numbers, I'm glad he stayed. If I'm honest, if he left, I wouldn't have been asked, but I am glad he stays. And I don't think he's as good as everyone else has made out at times, but he's more than capable at this level.
But to be honest, I will say though, obviously it's not Premier League, but Bundesliga's a very good league. Probably
yes, exactly.
Behind the Liga, and he was fairly decent there last year.
Yeah.
He's clearly got the level to him. The England game is very different, obviously, but yeah, he's a good player. If we signed a player who had a similar season to him from the Bundesliga that we didn't know of,
it's a joke.
We'd be going, oh, what the hell? He's getting way over the road on his Strout. So
yeah. I don't know if you've listened to Inside Ellen Road podcast yet, mate. Have you ever listened to it? Yeah. What did you? I thought Graham Smith, man, he hit every nail on the head about how. About it's not a one-way relationship. The club have been able to say in pieces when announcing players, this is why the Red Bull deal. They also mentioned this is why we waited long enough. Do you think they should speak to us after the window, or do you think Angus going to the square ball will be our lot? Like, where do you stand on that? Because that's going to happen.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'm looking forward to that.
It will be.
I'd like.
I can imagine people just saying, "Get him out of a job. What's he doing there? He shouldn't have a job."
Yeah, I know. I'd like it, and I think it might. There's been a lot of mixed messages in terms of saying one thing and then another thing happening, which is fine. Exactly. But it's the communication that's important to fans. We are the fans of the club. We want to know everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And we appreciate we can't know everything, but telling us one thing and then going a month without signing and all this stuff, selling all our best assets, didn't really align with what was said. So we need clarity on that. And look, it would probably create more speculation if he did come out and speak, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you'd like it as well. It would be good to hear something.
Of
whether it's dribble
It'd be great for the content as well.
yeah, exactly. It would. But at the end of the day, if he did, at least it's shown that he understands that there is that disconnect between the information that was said.
It will be interesting how they deal with the Santa Clauses and how they deal with that. Like because Dan will push Angus,
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he will.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. Archie Gray's been involved in the Europe squad for Spurs, which is nice to see. Rutter's been taking a bit of flack. Somerville's been getting some odd minutes off the bench. I thought I might see more of Gray by now. Do you think?
Yeah,
I'll tell you, here's a point. Obviously, based on what Joe B said on the hot takes things, we don't have to focus specifically on Pablo. But do you go along with the sentiment that we can overrate our players? Because I'm surprised, actually. I thought no.
Do you know what it is? No, I don't think we do. I think we overrate. I don't think we overrate them. I think we rate them highly in our own little space.
Yeah.
Like Rudolph Austin, for example. I used to love Rudolph Austin because he's just a beast. I was like, he's the best player in the world. I knew he wasn't the best player in the world. I knew he'd probably never make it in the Premier League. But for me, what as a young lad watching him play, I loved it. And I didn't I didn't watch so much Premier League football when I was young because obviously it wasn't on TV, on Sky and all that, and I didn't have it when I was young. So my spear was Leeds, and he was awesome every week. So to me, he was awesome. Do you know what I mean? And it's same with Pab. Like, from what I watched of him, it's not about goals and assists. He got them plenty. I think he started 7 times in that season and got 18 goal involvements for a 35-year-old. You know, I mentioned to you, Joe, there was top players in that league that season, and Pab played better than all of them. Some of them now play for England.
It's true.
But Pab outplayed all of them. He was the name. Everyone knew it. Even the commentators. Pablo Hernandez was a difference maker in that league. Even when he came off the bench. He came off the bench to win you a game. That's how good he was.
Yeah,
he didn't have the legs in that second season, but he came off the bench to win you a game, and that's what he did more than many times. And it's how you watch it. I remember just sitting down with my dad watching it, and every time Pab got the ball, you knew something was going to happen. I don't think I've ever felt that with a player, bar maybe Rafinha. Even Rutter, you'd expect him to lose it a few times before he did something. Pab wouldn't lose it. He'd just do something good every time. Yeah, I think
I always remember when he nutmegged someone from about 10 yards.
Who else has done that?
How can you do that?
Who else has done that? And he did it 2 or 3 times in a row. I can't remember the games, but he did 3 in a row. And I'm going, oh my God, what am I watching here? And my dad, who is an old lad, but getting excited like a little kid when Pab does things. That's not overrated. That's what he was. He was unbelievable. And we love him. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Like Rudy Austin goal versus Watford. I remember Austin because I loved him, right? Because obviously growing up around Huddersfield, he always played well against Huddersfield. Always. And Rudy Austin, I remember we got to go into school when we beat Huddersfield, and I was like, talk about Austin to him and say, Rudy Austin this. I loved it when we signed him, man.
I had a picture with him, man. I had a picture with him, but I can't find it, man. Even in the picture, he's just like that. Like, genuinely, it's not no smile or like that. Yeah, I can't find it, mate. I've tried to find it, to be honest.
Like, I think we know, we all know, like, Becchio, Beckford, we know that we're not world-class strikers, but to us, they were because what they did. We know every game we played that Beckford could score a goal, Becchio could score a goal. We had that feeling. So to us, they were the best. We knew deep down that they were not better than these strikers in the Premier League, but we didn't care because we weren't there, and it's what you consume, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, you bang on. You bang on, mate. You bang on the money. I mean, I don't think there's anything more we can discuss, Lockie. It's more a case of now just wait until next week. Yeah, obviously, next week we play Burnley. We do have this month. We've got quite a tough return actually. So we play Burnley next Saturday.
Yeah.
We've then got Cardiff the following week away, which is never a good place for Leeds United to go. Then we play Coventry. And then Norwich and Sunderland. Like, them next 5 are rough. But let's see if we just look at September. In that time, we've got Cardiff, Burnley, Coventry. How do they go for you?
Is it Burnley first, right?
Burnley first at home. Then we got Cardiff away. And I think Coventry might be away. Let me check.
Yeah, that Burnley game is going to be really tough.
Yeah.
Especially really with 12 players coming back probably the Thursday. Maybe 1 day of training.
Yeah.
Like that's
what's a good return for you? So we've got Burnley at home, Cardiff away, Coventry at home.
I'd be happy with a point at Burnley.
At home?
Yeah. Just because
you don't want all 3?
Turnover.
Well, obviously you want all 3.
100%, I'd take a point. And there are probably our biggest rivals to go up, I'd argue, maybe Sheffield United.
Would 5 be a good return for you?
So that's a win. That's a draw there. No, I want 2 wins from the other 2.
Okay.
But
so you want 7 points?
2 wins.
I'd take 7 points, mate. I can't lie.
Yeah, definitely.
2 off. A 3 game, 7 points. Oh.
Yeah, after that, you've got Norwich, Sunderland.
Yeah,
Norwich look really good at the moment. Sunderland are absolutely flying. And then
listen to this in October, bro. Listen to this in October. Norwich away, Sunderland away, Sheffield United at home, Watford at home, Bristol City away.
Tough.
Very tough month. Very tough month.
But then I think there's an international break just before Sheffield United. So again,
there is, mate. Yeah, so you've got
coming
4th
back
you
after
play,
that.
18th.
Yeah. I'll take 7 points. I think I wouldn't be distraught with 5. I think.
Imagine 9.
Obviously,
Imagine
if we
9. We'll be
stay-
top at league if we get 9, son. If we get 9,
if we
we're
got
top
9
at
out of the
league.
next 3, I'd be absolutely buzzing.
I think we're top at league if
tough.
we get 9.
But the next
Sunderland
7 or
will
8
lose.
games,
Sunderland.
yeah,
If anything, the probably international breaks come at the wrong time for Sunderland. Let's see what they've got when they get back.
Yeah, Regis Labrie, yeah, he's a good coach. Remember when we were linked to him? Exciting, plays different football. But I mentioned this before, and it might not happen. Let me clarify. He's not been a coach for a while. He worked in, I think he was a scout. I think he worked in higher up than coaches, like technical directors. He's done all that stuff. He worked in academy level as well. But he's only been a proper coach for men's first team football for about 3 years now.
Right.
Obviously, he was at Lorient 1 year, which is where he started off like a house on fire. And I think they went unbeaten in like 15 in France and it was near the top. But then in the second half of the season, they dropped off massively. And then the year after at Lorient, they were bad. They got relegated. They were bad. But I think he lost loads of players. And I think he left at one point and came back. A weird situation. So that's the only scope to go on. But then this year, he's starting off like house on fire. So you're thinking, will there be that drop off again? Because they do play high energetic football. But they look really good. I've watched them. They do look really good. They look deadly. They look aggressive. They win
I watched them against Wednesday. They were very good.
Yeah. So if they do drop off, I honestly don't know if it'll be a huge drop off. I think they'll still be up top six. Definitely.
Top 6.
Definitely. Norwich as well, I think. They'll be up there.
Yeah.
Cov might come back into it. With Robbins, Tough games, mate. Very tough.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. Yeah. But listen, I'm excited, bro. I can't wait for it. This time next week, we'll be talking about the game being tomorrow, so I can't wait. This weekend's brutal as well. It's that first week. The second week isn't so bad because you can then start to prepare for the game coming. But that first week after they finish, it's brutal because everyone just goes, fuck football.
Well, we're nearly there now. What?
Yeah, exactly, mate. After this weekend, and then it'll be boom. We can start talking about Burnley and,
just, touch wood, everyone comes back fit.
Yes, that's a big point.
I think
that is very big.
Like, I think Tanaka's in Bahrain, isn't he? He was in.
He only came on for 20 minutes or so as well, didn't he? In the last game.
I watched the last. My girlfriend was watching it because she's from China. And we don't want to talk about that because she was not.
No, 7-0, wasn't it?
And they're a big rivalry, Japan, China, but we won't get into that. Very big rival. But so it was just him. He just came on, just kept it ticking, looked busy.
Passed more times than China. Do you think this is going to be a running theme where he comes on the pitch and just passes more than the opposition?
To be fair, mate, I think every player for Japan had that style. They had the ball a lot, But is Bahrain closer than Japan? I think it is.
I'm not sure, mate. It's like Middle East, isn't it, Bahrain?
Now Middle East, so it will be a little bit. It's technically a bit closer. But hopefully it just comes on for 5 minutes and makes.
I did hear some of the South American games and that though are happening Tuesday, Wednesday this time, so they'll actually be back like earlier because normally they're like Thursday and they don't get there. Because I know Liverpool, that was always a big complaint of theirs. So I wonder if FIFA have like moved it around a bit. But I think they play Tuesday, Wednesday, which means they can get back to their clubs at a more at least 24 hours before.
The game Japan-China was in the afternoon. So in the UK, I mean, about around 1-2 o'clock. So theoretically, like if it is earlier, then you can get back on the same day. It's better, you don't have to wait overnight and then come back. So
of course,
hopefully it is earlier because they need a day or two of training at least for Burnley. It's not an easy game, is it?
No, exactly. But they showed what they did show them new signings is they're up to speed. You know, there hasn't been any sort of bedding in process. They've literally come on and they've all played a part. Ramazani did, Tanaka definitely did. You know, Solomon was class.
Schmidt as well. We've got to come into it.
Schmidt's the one.
Wait to see him.
Yeah, same. Right, folks. I think we'll leave it there. We've just rounded off and just gave our opinion on this week's news. It's been quite a slow news week. Big up to Joe, who's managed to squeeze news out every day. I don't know how he does it. Make sure you check out Lockie's channel as well. Check out all the latest vids across the sphere. There's some good content out there, so show some love to the content creators during this time. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be doing the England game or not. Just get your notifications on and we'll see. But thanks everyone for watching. Enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye, folks.